เนี่ยนะคะและใครจะเป็นคนดูแลในงานเหล่านี้ด้วยนะคะอาจารย์ได้ทิ้งท้ายเรื่องของการสร้างความรู้นะคะและการแลกเปลี่ยนความรู้เกี่ยวกับเรื่องของประชาคมอาเซียนแล้วมันยังมีแกลบอยู่นะคะอาจารย์ได้พูดถึงเรื่องของการวิจัยซึ่งมีค่อนข้างน้อยแล้วก็เกี่ยวกับเรื่องนี้ด้วยนะคะอาจารย์ยกตัวอย่างว่าอาจารย์ยังไม่สามารถที่จะเข้าไปในแคมป์ที่จะเข้าไปทำการวิจัยได้นะคะยังมีรัฐบาลของไทยเองยังไม่ได้ให้อนุญาตให้กับไปทำการวิจัยได้นะคะอาจารย์ทั้งทิ้งท้ายให้ตั้งคำถามว่าอะไรเป็นตัวที่จะบ่งบอกถึงอัตลักษณ์ของอาเซียนเรามีการกีฬาที่ทำให้อาเซียนประชาคมหรือว่าประเทศในกลุ่มอาเซียนนะคะมารวมตัวกันได้มาแข่งขันกีฬากันได้นะคะเรามี social construction หรือมีความเกี่ยวเนื่องกับเรื่องของทางสังคมนะคะแล้วทางพระองค์ความรู้เรื่องของความรู้ล่ะมันยังมีช่องว่างอยู่นะคะเรามีการเรียกว่ามีการติดต่อทำการค้ากันได้แต่ว่าอะไรล่ะที่จะบอกได้ถึงอัตลักษณ์ของเราเองนะคะอาจารย์ก็ยังคงทิ้งท้ายนี้อยู่แล้วอาจารย์ก็จะมองว่าถ้าพวกเราเองนั่นแหละนะคะจะสามารถที่จะปิดช่องว่างเหล่านี้ให้ได้นะคะแล้วพยายามที่จะทำให้ช่องว่างเหล่านี้แคบลงให้ได้มากที่สุดนะคะ Let me now นะคะ introduce the speaker นะคะ Dr. Myintนะคะ Dr. Myint graduated with a PhD degree from University of Yangon นะคะ He was first PhD holder of Myanmar language in Myanmar. He also received a diploma in education management. Dr. Myint identified himself as a linguist, and his current academic field is sociolinguistics, especially study on Myanmar language in Myanmar society. He currently teaches linguistics and sociolinguistics and Myanmar studies at University of Yangon. He has also written many books and journals. In 2011, his book Research on Language received the Myanmar National Literary Award. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Myint. He is going to present to you a speech entitled Social and Language Changes in Myanmar.
สวัสดีครับ Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today to talk about social and language changes in Myanmar. The main purpose of my presentation is to present how social change influences language change in Myanmar society. The causes of language change in Myanmar are varied, but the main cause is social change. My presentation is divided into 4 parts. The first one is background of Myanmar. The second is language situation in Myanmar. The third one is brief account of characteristics of Myanmar language. The last one is social change and language change in Myanmar. First of all, I would like to introduce the background of Myanmar. Myanmar is one of the neighboring countries of Thailand. I think that some of you know about Myanmar very well. Myanmar lies in the western part of Indochina Peninsula at the Southeast Asia. The neighboring countries bordering Myanmar are Bangladesh and India in the west, the People's Republic of China in the north and northeast, Laos and Thai in the east, and Thai is also in the south. Myanmar covers a total area of 678,500 square kilometers, having a population of about 53 million. Myanmar belongs to ASEAN countries. Myanmar is constituted with 7 states and 7 regions. There are 135 indigenous races in Myanmar. As a country of multiple ethnic groups, Myanmar has rich cultural diversity. In this respect, learning to live together in diversity and promote tolerance and freedom in society is lifeblood of peaceful coexistences. They have been amiably living together in union of Myanmar since time immemorial. They have been applied nearly 70% of inhabitants of Myanmar is Myanmar language, can be also called Burmese. Myanmar language consists in Tibeto-Burman subfamily of Sino-Tibetan family of language. Myanmar language stages Old Myanmar, Middle Myanmar, and Modern Myanmar. After Tibetan, Myanmar language was one of the earliest Tibetan-Burman languages to develop a writing system. Myanmar language as writing form could be found in the 11th century at Bagan. This picture shows Bagan in Myanmar. The earliest Eastern Myanmar inscription is the dated AD 1113. The earliest Eastern Myanmar inscription is in Bagan. Many inscriptions on stone and on wall still survive in Bagan. This is ink inscription of Bagan period since 1113 AD. The Myanmar language, like any other living languages, developed and changed as the time passed. Let's now move on to language situation in Myanmar. There are 8 major races in Myanmar, named Kachin, also called Chainpo, Kaya, Kayin, Chin, Burma, Mon, Rakhine, and Shan. Each race has its own distinct language. The Burma were formed when the Loloyi and Pew, both Sino-Tibetan people, settled down in northern Myanmar. As they expanded towards the south, they met the Mon, Mongkoma-speaking people, as well as the Shan, Kaida-speaking people, and intermixed with them. In this process, the Myanmar language might also have absorbed properties of Mongkoma languages. Later on, other Sino-Tibetan speakers such as Kayin, Kachin, Akha, and Lisu began to arrive in Myanmar as well. This picture shows Shan listeners in Myanmar. On record of Myanmar history, as late as the mid-1700s, Mon was the official language of Lower Myanmar. After the Mon-speaking Komong dynasty's victory over the Mon-speaking restored Handawari Kingdom in 1757, the shift to the Myanmar language began throughout Lower Myanmar. By 1830, an estimated 90% of the population in the region identified themselves as Myanmar. Due to the influx of Myanmar speakers from Upper Myanmar, assimilation and intermarriage. In the British colonial era, British incentives, particularly geared toward rice production as well as political instability in Upper Myanmar, accelerated this migration. In modern day, this is still a very diverse country with many different groups of people from different ethno-linguistic families, with the Myanmar language being derived from the Myanmar people, the Sino-Tibetan speaker people who makes up 70% of the country's population. Many places of Myanmar have language contact and are difficult to get mutual intelligibility. Therefore, among these national races, Burma, language of Burma race was used as a lingua franca, and its name changed from Burma language to Myanmar language. The Myanmar language has its root as a Tibeto-Burman language, a branch of the Sino-Tibetan family. However, over the years, they have been heavily influenced by Indo-European languages such as Sanskrit, Pali, and English, as well as other Mon-Khmer languages. Now I'd like to present a brief account of characteristics of Myanmar language. Very brief and short to the point. Myanmar language is a tonal language like Chinese, but its tonal system combines phonation similar to Austroasiatic tonal system like Vietnamese. It has 4 consecutive tones which are low falling, high falling, low level, and creaky tone. In observing the syllable patterns organized with the speech sounds, 2 groups can be noticed. These are CVO and OVO pattern. As there are so many words in one syllable of Myanmar language, but it also has polysyllabic words. I skipped many examples, and I now want to go on social change and language change. Social change has been developed in various cultural and historical periods. People and culture cannot be separated because what makes any human society is own culture. Culture is identity of recognition of a nation, and it is the underlying distinguishing factor for who we are in the world. Social change refers to an alternation in the social order of a society. Social change may include changes in nature, social institutions, social behaviors, or social relations. Social change may refer to the notion of social progress or social cultural revolution